Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? We are here for another episode. This is part 2 of the Lo-Fi template series, where we are building a Lo-Fi chill beat instrumental. Today, we're going to be focusing on all of the melodic elements: 2 chord tracks, 2 lead tracks, 2 bass tracks, 2 atmosphere tracks. But we're going to add all those elements in because last time we got us a beat, and now it's time to fill in the story, to paint the picture. Let's get it. Alright, let's look for our lead sound. And that's nice and lo-fi, chill, moody, expressive. Make sure we turn the volume down. We're going to add some reverb. Give it some space and more pleasant while we're figuring things out. It's got a bit of like detune that's making it sound out of pitch more than we'd like, so we're just gonna center that. It's got this fun glide. Again, with this project, everything's gonna be Ableton native. So if you own Ableton, you will be able to create what we are creating. Trying out these other sounds. I think this is the one. Slight detune is nice. It's like a lead sound. We can challenge ourselves and turn that into a lead somehow. It's got like this chord built into it, so it'll be interesting playing different notes, because some notes will work and some won't. Now we got our 2 leads, so we need our 2 chords. Found something we like, so we're going to start playing and jamming, you could say, flowing, playing what feels right and what sounds good. I like to play a bunch of chords within that key, and certain chords will give me different feelings or remind me of different emotions or moments that I've had, and kind of putting them together and how they relate and talk to each other. It tells the story and speaks the language of music. We're going for something that's like, it's real, you know? Like, it's positive, it's empowering, but it's real. Alright, so we're gonna use the capture MIDI to capture what we just played, what we just jammed. It's one of my favorite features about Ableton. Adjust our volume to mix it better with the drums. We're going to look at all of our notes and make sure that they're hitting properly. Because oftentimes I play before the beat, like slightly, and the first chord in the MIDI clip will always be a little too far forward. Now, if you hit Command A and you select all of the tracks, all of the MIDI clips, you can hit legato on the left side in the box in the panel, and it'll extend all of your notes to the next note that triggers. So it's great for filling out and giving your chords that sustain, or adjusting the release so it doesn't bleed too much into the next chord as it plays. Let's find another additional chord sound, something that can like spice up our chords. In this template we have 2 of everything to practice our call and response. You know, the conversation that lies in the music. This sample, just love it. Oftentimes I find that when you just produce to enjoy the process and explore your creativity, things just fall into place. Kind of like this sample that we just found. So we got a nice bed of chords for our lead to exist on. If chords are like the valleys and the mountains and the grass and the meadows and the trees in the distance, then the lead is like the subject, the focus. Whatever your focus is on in that moment. You know, it could be the animal that you see, or the people that you're with, or something in the foreground of this imaginative world. But through that imagination, I like to play melodies that boost my imagination and imagining what I want to imagine. Say like flowers sifting in the wind, swaying in the wind, the feeling of the breeze, different moments, and in some way translating it into sound with matching your responses. Like, oh, I respond to this in this way, and it reminds me of this other experience that I've had. With this melody, I decided to do something that's more of a call and in space. So the melody hits, and then we let the chords fill in. Yeah, I was playing around with this lead. It's going to be challenging, so I'm going back into my chords and making sure I know what notes are the notes I'm supposed to be hitting here. Because like I said, that second lead sound is hitting a chord, so depending on the note, it will be in and out of key. And we're going to add some low end to these chords to help hear the key. Also give some lower resonance. I like to call it like stomach resonance. You can like feel it in your stomach, which is our gut. The intuition. The beginning of our emotional response. All the high end resonates in the chest and like the head, and much more like higher dimension, higher density, airy, heady. But it doesn't carry the weight that those low frequencies bring. Okay, let's see what we can do with this lead. Going going for like a atmosphere lead type of deal. Something that's like it's very bright, it's very shiny. It's almost like metallic, the high frequencies. Sometimes I'll mess with the sound too much and it'll like change the quality, and to just, if you want to reset it and go back, just there's a little circle with arrows, like recycle looking arrows that you can just click and it'll bring back your sound, whatever you picked from your library. Don't be afraid to explore different melodies, different ideas. Something simple, complementing the chords and the key here. We're going to capture that. For any deeper questions you have, feel free to comment, and we will make videos of them, of all your inquiries, and based on what you tell us, that's what we'll focus on first. But the intention is to create these videos and then dive deeper into each of these steps in separate videos. If you're looking for like a accelerated process video, so with that there, I knew I wanted to record this higher D, and or was it B? That one right there. Okay, so we got something nice for our A side, our like verse energy of this track. We'll talk more about the arrangement later. So for this B side, we're going to get a little more repetitive, so it gives us more room to add other things, simplifying what we've already created, but giving an alternative side of that emotion, you know. In this case, lifting up. Steady, constant, consistent, you know, trustworthy. That's kind of what loops and repetition gives. It gives confidence in what the listener is going to hear and listen to. Trying to find another note for this, but because it's hitting a chord, multiple notes, we have to just leave it. Yeah, I think it's fine. Just accents the one, returns us back to the start. And we're gonna add the proper notes here. Again, our chords are just chopped up. Our new chords here are chopped up versions of the chords that we wrote earlier. So it's very easy for us to just grab the relative melodic part and create something new or something similar. So oftentimes I'll create something and then decide against it later once I've heard it through. I always like to give as much space as I can. I find like simplicity in its program, but complex in its design and its depth and its musicality. complexity of everything talking to each other. So here we've provided ourselves a nice base to like push forward with the melody and tell the rest of the story. I really like this glide function, it's very fun. And then combining it with an ascending melody, low melody to a higher note, lower note to higher note, you'll get more positive responses, more uplifting responses, versus descending where it's more melancholic, more sad, more down. Nice, and because we simplified our lead 2, it gives a lot of space for our lead 1 to take the lead, take center stage in this scene, in this part of the story that you're telling. I'm going to listen to what I played earlier. So in the capture, if you're looping in a capture, it'll capture everything that you played before you capture that MIDI. And that feature was discussed in the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video, I highly suggest it so you can see how the beat was made and follow along into the now melodic section. Take it up an octave. It's a fun, simple way to create depth and explore the sonic diversity in the sound. Alright, so we gotta add our basses. We gotta get the bass in there. Secure the low end. Some of these notes, the swing, and they're not hitting close enough to the pocket, so we gotta make sure. I like my leads to talk to my drums, because the drums are very forward, always. Unless you're doing some like atmospheric, break type of energy. I like going from the low to the high. Again, it's that ascending energy. Everything kind of lifts up. I feel like the low part of the lead here is more of the masculine. And when it lifts up, it becomes like this feminine, ethereal creature, you could say. When I first got into electronic music is because of these sounds. Like I imagined, birds and creatures on different planets or beings just speaking. Their natural vocal cords, their natural resonance was like these sounds that we could create in sync. So we got first atmosphere sound here. Helps to stay organized. There's times where the creativity is just flowing so fast and so good that you don't have time. Everything's flowing. So you don't have that moment to organize. But it's always good to name and stay organized, just like it's always good to make your bed. It's a spiritual thing. Get a sub in there. Finding our root notes and then notes that might sound good. Simple is better. capture the first note because we played it before the loop, so it didn't register that one. But we can just copy one of our good notes and paste it there. I really like going high, low, and then returning. Honestly, it just feels very epic and gangster and badass while not being too hyphy. You can stay mellow. So we're adding a little distortion to make it more audible on more systems, more speakers, while still allowing it to maintain that low presence, that sub-presence. In our bass, we're going to do like some accent type bass, I think similar to the demonstration track from the first video. Almost like we're playing a bass and walking. That sound is nice. I like that sound. That high. But I think we're gonna stick to. We'll do that for a future track. Don't forget to explore, play around, be the musician, jamming to your own track. Yeah, I want to do something that's like, adding some like some griminess, some dirtiness. Again, we're gonna use this capture function. Just grab that last part because it's the part that I feel like sounded nice. I kind of only like the very end of that, but let's see what we can do here. Maybe something simpler. No, it's just sometimes I just like to move forward if it's not flowing as smoothly as I'd like with that one sound. You know, it's like I'm satisfied with what we did. I know adding a new sound will help me develop that idea at a subconscious level. And oftentimes I'll hear it later on while I'm working on the track. I like to keep the flow going. I don't like to allow myself to be held up on making something absolutely perfect, because that's what the master is for. Something ethereal and light here, complementing and bringing us to this higher plane. Again, we gotta make sure our MIDI notes are hitting on the grid so that it'll trigger properly. We can consolidate. Helps us organize and work on the clip as a whole. Experimenting with different tones of this F. Our second atmosphere here is like, why not some bells? You know? A bit of like church influence, a bit of time. Like, what do bells represent? transitional piece. Listen, make sure our story makes sense here altogether. By giving space earlier, we allowed room for our new sounds to hit. Fill in the whole loop here. Slight variations, so it's not exactly the same. I think having space, allowing listeners to focus on other sounds. Try and add some more deeper, very soft atmosphere, and that will give us what we need to fill in like the sky to this picture. Because this scene, this world that exists, you know, it's outside. You know, it has the depth of space. Some swell to like give this subliminal lift. Oftentimes if you put in sounds that you can't directly hear, you kind of push back. It'll add these subliminal flavors, these energies that you can't quite explain. But you as the producer, you can explain them. Explain them by creating them, saying whatever you want to say. With these chill beats, it's definitely going to be more calm, pleasant, ear candy, relaxing. Kind of want to give more space to allow other sounds to shine. So maybe we'll cut some of these here. Generally, what's the loudest or the clearest in your mix will sound like it's in front. And by like EQing and you know, taking away the high or the low, you can push things back. And when you hear something from far away, it's not clear. It's missing low end. You know, the high is muffled. But when it's up close, it's a full frequency reaching you, nothing obstructing its way, its path. And that's how I create depth. And we'll go over that in the next 2 videos. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you picked up some valuable tips. Feel free to rewind and look at certain areas and let us know what you want to know more of. Again, I'm trying to give you guys an accelerated process so that you can jump right into it and see how much fun and how simple it can be to create something that's beautiful, and in our case with the lo-fi chill beats, chill out music, very calming and relaxing. Yeah, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and let us know what you think. Peace, y'all.